Hi guys, Precious here, and they call me the Prof, and I'm back here again after quite a while. So what do we have on the table today? I just want to walk us through the top 5 things that I learned from the world of football this last weekend. Hey, and before I do that, thanks to our partners Johnny Rockets for these beauties here. Okay, so I think there is no better way to start. Yeah, all due respect to the Bundesliga and the early kickoff, the Friday night kickoff with Bayern game, but Manchester City Liverpool was always going to be the biggest game of the weekend on paper, and boy, did they serve up some drama. And so I think it's only fitting that we take our first point of call from that game. And once again, it shows that if you are looking out for Siamese twins in terms of coaching, then you should look no further than Pep Guardiola and Jurgen Klopp of Liverpool. The game at the Etihad was the 29th meeting between both managers. Yeah, you had that right. Just one game short of 30. And the 20th time both managers are facing off against each other as managers of Liverpool and Manchester City. Interesting thing is that these guys have had 7 wins apart, and the late strike from Trent Alexander-Arnold ensured that both guys ended the game at par again. So we are still looking for, well, apart from the fact that the Manchester City manager has won more trophies, but in terms of head-to-head, they are still very, very much inseparable. Right, and then number 2 on the list is far away in Spain. I don't think it is going to be, I don't think I'll be exaggerating it if I say that Jude Bellingham is already on course to progress from being just the golden boy in Europe to a genuine Ballon d'Or contender. I mean, he's looking like the Erling Haaland of midfielders now, with 17 goal contributions in just 15 games. I mean, that's ridiculous. Those were, you know, back in the days, strikers used to, 20 goal margin in a season used to be like the benchmark for strikers. Well, hey, we're looking at a midfielder like Jude Bellingham trying to replicate what the likes of Frank Lampard used to be renowned for now. So for 17 goals, that is for 17 goal contributions, 14 goals and 3 assists in just 15 games is absolutely ridiculous. I know that when he joined Real Madrid, he said he didn't join, he joined for the love of the game and not because of the money. Yeah, but then it does look like the game actually loves Jude Bellingham back, and I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I know that there's the Real Madrid tax, yeah, but then I wouldn't be surprised if Jude Bellingham is actually one of the top 5 in the Ballon d'Or rankings for the coming for the next season. Okay, and what's the number 3 on our list? It's quite interesting. We'll be traveling. I know I mentioned Germany earlier on, just in acknowledgement, but there is a certain team that is flying high in Germany, and that's Bayer Leverkusen, and you look no further than the manager in the dugout, Javi Alonso, who's doing absolutely brilliant with his team. But our focus is not really on Xabi Alonso, despite all of the interesting work that he's done with his team, but Alex Grimaldo. Grimaldo looks like the bargain of the season so far. I mean, when you talk about boss man signings, he's looking like an absolutely interesting signing for Bayern. You know, he reminds me a lot about Xabi Alonso, about Marcos Alonso's title-winning season with Chelsea, where he went on to set record by winning his first 14 games for Chelsea. You know, so but then if Alonso was brilliant in his first season, it's interesting to note that Grimaldo has registered 11 goal contributions in just 12 appearances in the Bundesliga. That is mad, absolutely mad. 7 goals and 4 assists for a defender. It's absolutely ridiculous, man. And I think that at this point in time, Xabi Alonso is probably wishing that the winter break in the Bundesliga does not happen and his team does not get to suffer the cost that teams like Leipzig and Borussia Dortmund had suffered in the past. And sincerely, well, as a Chelsea fan, I love Thomas Tuchel, but I really hope that Xabi Alonso and his high-flying fullbacks, who have become a very, very important part of his Leverkusen side, go on to break the monopoly of Bayern Munich on the Bundesliga. So that's our number 3. Number 4 will be coming from Spain. It's a very, very interesting one. And honestly, if you are a movie producer, I would advise that you wait patiently till Griezmann's contract in the year 2026 runs out and probably get him to play the role of the prodigal son. I mean, he's going to fit perfectly. Griezmann was away from Atletico for about 3 years, went and squandered FC Barcelona's £103 million, and then came back and is having an absolute stormer. Griezmann is just about 9 goals away. Just this season alone is just about 9 goals away from equaling the 22-goal output for the entire 3 years that he spent at FC Barcelona. It's looking like Griezmann and Atletico Madrid are a match made in heaven, and El Cholo, talking about Diego Simeone, will be absolutely excited at the output of his star man this season. And then quickly, let's go to the number 5. Sadly, and I mean with all sense of humility, I'm sad saying I'm sad saying this. My number 5 will be coming from Chelsea, and that's the fact that Leslie Ugochukwu, I mean, our Igbo brothers would help me out here. I think Ugochukwu means, I think God's, something about God's glory, or an eagle, something like that. Yeah, but he doesn't really look like an eagle at the moment, to be honest. We're told that the way eagles train their young ones, the eaglets, to fly, the way the eaglets learn to fly is to watch what the eagles have been doing for months and basically just replicate it. And I think, judging from that, Ugochukwu has probably been watching too much of the inconsistencies from Enzo Fernandez and then Moises Caicedo. He's actually taken a keen to what has become of the Chelsea team this season. Yes, he was decent in flashes, but for a Patrick Vieira regen, I mean, his position was totally off it. And I mean, he really looks like a player who needs some serious coaching. And to be honest, I think that this is not me trying to pick on an easy target here, but he does look like someone who is only in the squad at the moment because of the injury to Romeo Lavia. I think that next season he probably benefits from a loan outside Chelsea Football Club. Hey guys, that's my top 5 for the last weekend, and I do hope to hear your own 5 points. Please feel free to share your views on any of the points that we've mentioned now. Ciao.